I'm Juan. I'm helping run the VR lab as well as just anything ETI related that I can help with.
Yeah,
You want?
hello. I'm Alexis Aguilar. I'm a faculty member in the geography department. So I teach classes on physical geography, human geography, world, regional geography, and I also teach. We have two programs. In addition to geography, we have geospatial technology or geospatial science. So I also teach one of the introductory courses in that program, which is Introduction to Spatial Mapping and Spatial Reasoning.
That's really cool. Yeah. To get things started more on our subject, I want to ask why or how you joined the college VR user group.
Well, I have always been interested in technology, and I just mentioned that I teach a course in geospatial sciences. So that's one type of technology that I've always been interested in. And when I heard about this group, I got pretty excited about it because I thought, well, being a community college in Silicon Valley, I think it's very natural for us to be interested in the latest technology and to look for ways on how the use of those technologies can benefit our students, not only as an educational tool, but also as a set of skills that they can develop so that later on they can use, whether further in their education or looking for a job.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree how the whole tech scene right now is just happening around us, and it makes sense for Foothill to just join and be part of it rather than just watch it from the sideline.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
how are you hoping to use the VR lab or VR into your future coursework?
Well, one of the main courses that we teach in the geography department is the physical geography course. And when I first started in geography, physical geography was learning about how the earth works, the different processes, plate tectonics, how coastlines are shaped, rivers, mountains, how the climate works, and all that. But I've seen this course evolve from just learning about how our planet works to learning about what our relationship to our planet. And pretty much every day or every week, we hear something in the news about that's related to climate change. I see this physical geography course as kind of being an essential part of helping educate anyone who is a citizen of this planet
Yeah.
on how our planet is changing. And so I feel that for a physical geography course, being able to personally see some of these places is very important. And of course, it's not practical, right, to go to all these places around the world that are being changed and affected by climate change. So VR, I think, is a great tool that will allow my students to travel to some of these places. I mean, recently we've been hearing about the fires in Hawaii and how people have been affected by that tragically. Well, that is in big part the result of changes we've seen in climate change. There's been a drought in that area. There was some strong winds due to an approaching hurricane, and so all these things, you can trace them back to our changing climate up to a point. And to travel to places that are being affected or that have been affected, go to places where we can see how the coastline is receding due to sea level rise, or travel to places where we can see how the vegetation has changed. So the way that I want to use VR, and I've been, exploring some of the like 360-degree videos where you can actually go to these places where just having that sense of, okay, I wasn't actually there, but the second closest thing to being there is just being able to explore by looking around. And I've also learned that in some of these videos you can actually add graphs, you can add pictures, you can images, you can add text to the video, so you could point different locations. So if someone goes to a national park, and I can project images on top of different features and kind of explain how they work, right? So it just seems to me that it's a very interactive and engaging way for students to explore, quote unquote, the real world, right? By actually feeling like they've been there and getting some sense of what kind of processes are taking place.
Yeah, you explained that really well. Thank you. I want to think about how would you say VR is changing the way you look at how to teach a class or how students are learning it?
Well, I would say that VR is a good, or appears to be, I haven't used it yet, but it appears to be a good tool to bring the world to students, right? So right now I use photos, I use videos, but there's a little bit of detachment, right? When you're just looking at a picture or a video and you don't feel like you're actually there. Ideally, I could take my students to these actual places, right? Across the world, but that's not practical. So the second best thing is to bring these places to them in a way that makes it feel real, right? That makes me feel like I've been in this place, because I could look around 360 degrees. I could maybe walk in this direction or that direction, and look down, look up, and see explore in a more three-dimensional way. I can have several places that they can visit, and each one of these places would have additional things to look at.
Other emerging technologies that you're excited about for geography?
Well, I think I'm excited in many technologies. Of course, everyone's recently talking about AI, how it's kind of a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, faculty members are worried and concerned about students using AI to do their homework. It's an easy way out, right? Instead of learning the material. But on the other hand, AI, Professor Mizan, who's also in geography, says, think of AI as having a really smart friend. So I tell my students, it's like having a really smart friend who you can bounce ideas off or can help you generate ideas, but not a smart friend who's going to be doing your homework, right? It's not going to be doing your work. But so the question is, how can we use AI? How can we integrate it into what we do, so that instead of being something we're afraid of, it can be that smart friend that can help us, or can help students, and can help us as professors design activities that take advantage of the multiple abilities of AI. So we need to redesign some of our assessments. We need to redesign parts of our course so that we can integrate that in a way to create what we call more authentic assessments, where students are actually using AI as an aid, but they are doing the critical thinking.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited to see how you think of different ways we can use VR in your courses and just for the future of VR.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Thank you for the interview.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, Juan.